Hi guys, it's Regina, and I guess one of the questions is that I usually see on my boards is that can I re-dye my Sola wood flowers once they've been dyed? The answer is yes, you could definitely re-dye your flower. Okay, I had an issue with one of my pieces where I think it was this piece over here, where I had this rich red rose, this aurora here, and it was like super bright, and I liked it how well it soaked up this red dye that I had. And when I first got it out after 5 days, it was pale. It was kind of distressed, kind of like this. This is actually not red, but it had a distressed look to it. Now, if I was really upset, you know, I could have easily redunked my flowers. You just want to make sure that when you re-dye your flowers, such as like this one, you want to make sure that the flower is completely dry, because if it's not dry, then you might get some paint that will muddle with each other. So instead of, let's say if you're trying to go from green to blue and there's still green on this flower that has not dried yet, it's going to mix with the blue. So my advice is to always re-dye your flowers when it's dry. Otherwise, another alternative would be spray paint. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to sacrifice this flower because it's one of my reject flowers, and we're going to try to see if it turns teal. So this is teal that I just made. Again, we're going to use 10 ounces of warm water with let's see here, 1 to 1.5 ounces of paint. And with that paint, we actually mixed about 2 to 3 ounces of the boiling water to thin it out. Anyway, so this is my dye here, and I'm gonna just ever so gently push my flower in. Okay, as you can see, this flower is just soaking up all of that wonderful dye, and it's not going to be a green flower anymore. It's going to be a teal blue flower, and it was completely dry before, but now it is soaking up everything. Okay, and you don't want to agitate it. You don't want to smush it around. Like, I know if you have kids, they might want to take this flower and like squish it. You just want to gently try to get the center all nice and green. So as you can see here, and I'm also going to try to dip this here because we want to get all of the flowers done. Now, you're going to have to refluff your flowers if it's warm, because this is actually still warm. And I just want to make sure that this flower here gets all of the dye. Okay, just very gently, okay? Oh, look how beautiful that is. It's no longer a green flower, it's a teal flower. Now when you fluff, again, you just want to take fingers and you want to spread those lovely petals out, all right? And you just want to try to shake the excess water out, just like that, okay? And then when you're ready, you're going to just place it on your cookie rack here so it can dry. All right, so as you can see, the difference is this flower wasn't dyed with any other color before. This was a raw dahlia. And with this zinnia here, it was green before, and it will retain some of the green aspects since this particular dye, I guess, didn't have enough paint in it. We don't really want to have so much paint in it because it's going to be all goopy, like this flower. It's going to turn really, really hard. We want to try to keep that natural look to it. So, you know, if I need to dye this again, it's okay. But for now, we want to make sure that you get the first coat of paint on there, and then you can dry it, and then you could dunk it again for a second coat until you get the coat of paint or the color that you really, really want. Anyways, this is my tutorial. It is definitely possible to re-dye your Sola wood flowers. If this is not the color that you want, or if you don't want to use the dye again, you could always use spray paint, and that is a very, very quick fix. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.